Hello, I'm Srishty from NIT Rourkela and welcome to this session on Amazon ECS. You must be wondering what is it? So without any further ado, let's get started. Amazon ECS, that is Elastic Container Services, is a container by definition, it's a container orchestration service by AWS, which can be integrated with EC2 instances or Fargate. I know. These are all jargons and really hard to be understood by beginners. So let's break them down in smaller concepts one by one. Okay, we saw how ECS is a container orchestration service, but what are containers? Containers create packages, a separate environment that contains code, its dependencies, libraries, keeping it isolated from the operating system. Wait, but why is it so important to keep it isolated? Coming to that, you all must have seen the meme of, but it works on my machine, and the senior goes, huh, but we can't ship your machine to the production or to the customers. There can be many reasons behind this. Necessary dependencies, different versions of libraries on your product, on your computer than the production, right? So, what if the code runs perfectly on your computer but breaks on production? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just ship our machines? Yes, that's exactly where containers come into play. Now, how containers resolve this is by packaging code, its dependencies, and libraries so it can run on any system. Okay, now let's take an example that we have 5 containers of 5 microservices deployed on cloud. Okay, but how do we manage these containers? Because how do we know how many resources are still available? How do we know where to schedule the next container? How to know if containers are crashed or not running? How to know when to remove the extra replicas? And do we need to stop the containers manually one by one? Well, now that's why we need container orchestration tools like Amazon ECS, aka Elastic Container Service. Now, the problems that we discussed earlier are resolved by ECS because it helps in managing, then deploying the containers. So, and the entire process is automated. Now, how to get hands-on ECS? Firstly, we need to log into AWS Management Console, then create an ECS cluster. Next, we'll define task definition, specifying the details like CPU, memory, and networking. Finally, before deploying, we need to choose a launch type, that is either EC2 or Fargate. EC2 instances or Elastic Cloud Compute are basically like virtual machines on AWS, and Fargate is used for serverless computing. And then we're ready to go to deploy the containers. So these are the launch types that we can use. Thank you.